Hey, Melissa, just in the last hour or so, the president brought reporters into the Oval Office while he signed a couple of executive orders, and he took some questions, many of them about trade and particularly with China. He was pretty non-committal on the topic of whether or not he and President Xi have been in touch, but he said, yes, the U.S. and China have been talking on trade even since this tariff escalation we've seen just in the last week or so. He said he's very confident that the U.S. will make a deal with China. He says we've had some very good talks. There's some very good ones still remaining. He also seemed to at first slow down the timeline, saying he said some people see a rush, but he doesn't, that he thinks we have a lot of time or plenty of time. But then he was also asked about how he sees the timeline from here and the path forward. Take a listen to this.
How much time do you think?
I would think over the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think maybe the whole thing could be concluded.
Maybe the whole thing could be concluded over the next 3 or 4 weeks. But Melissa, a couple of points to highlight here. That is a big move from the president to say that he thinks maybe the whole thing could be done less than a month from now. We don't know, though, what exactly he's basing that on. The 90-day deadline doesn't actually lift until sometime in early July. So they do have more time than that. It was also unclear to me from the back and forth there whether he was saying the China deal would be concluded within 3 to 4 weeks or whether he meant all of these deals that the U.S. is currently negotiating with, they say, more than 75 countries. So a couple of caveats to put on that, but it is even still sort of a sign of the momentum that the White House at least wants to project is behind these negotiations.
All right, Megan, thank you. Megan Casella.